I made more than £190,000 at the age of 21 doing trading and lost it 1 year later. Until now, I kept the trading records of how much I lost with me all the time as a strong reminder. I will show this record at the end of the video, and I will tell you how I earned this amount of money at first and how I eventually lost all of it in this video. Many of my viewers message me about wanting to learn trading but don't know how to get started, and many want to live the same way like me, work everywhere I want freely. I will continue updating the professional knowledge that I learned from my university and my own experience on how to start doing trading and investments step by step. So please subscribe to me if you are interested in this. It will be a long journey, so if you are looking to get rich quickly, I recommend buying lottery tickets is a much easier way for you. The truth is, trading is not as easy as you think. The first time I knew stock trading was 17 years old. My friends were talking about a simulation stock trading app on their phone, which triggered my interest. So I went back home, downloaded that simulation app. I can still remember the first stock I bought on that app was 100 shares of Google, which eventually made me more than $25,000 fake profits in a year. I was so excited, thinking that making money is so easy. I showed the performance to my parents and told them that I want to do real trading with real money. I promised them I will study very hard for it, and I was very lucky that they gave me $20,000 as my initial capital. I started my trading career at the age of 18. In the first 3 months, I gained $5,300 from trading. The first stock I bought was Qihoo, a famous Chinese cybersecurity company. It delisted from US stock markets already, went back to IPO in China. To be honest, at this stage, I have no knowledge on how to analyze companies at all, how to do risk management or position sizing my trades, purely based on luck and instinct. I don't recommend you to start blindly like I did, because it's like driving a car without a proper teacher and a driving license. You will eventually lose all of your money. That's how the disaster begins. In 2016, I went to London to start my university life. I got accepted by one of the top business schools to study finance, and in the meanwhile, building my trading career. If you guys can remember, 2016 was the year that the UK voted to leave the European Union. I made my largest profit ever in one night, shorting the British pounds and UK bank stocks like Barclays, which made me £130,000 in 3 days. My total capital increased to £190,000 in that year. I felt like I'm the god of trading at that moment. I'm the living Jesse Livermore. For those who don't know who that is, Jesse Livermore was one of the legendary traders in human history. Highly recommend reading his book, How to Trade in Stocks. Anyway, 2016 was my greatest year ever, and it was the same year Donald Trump got elected to be the president of the United States. He then started the trade war with China. So I predicted that the US stock market was going to crash due to high inflation caused by the trade war. I started shorting the S&P 500 index in February 2017. But I was so wrong. The stock market kept going higher and higher. The broker I was using back then provided me 33 times leverage to trade index futures. In other words, every $1 increase on the index price is $33 as my profit. Vice versa, every $1 decrease reflects $33 loss in my account. And I was so convinced by myself that the stock market was so overvalued now, and with increasing political conflicts between two major powers in the world will definitely crash the market. So I kept increasing my short position on the index futures, dreaming about my account to gain 33 times higher. As a result, I lost all my money in December 2017. You know what's the most ironic part? 1 month later, S&P 500 dropped more than 300 points. I don't have enough cash to support my position to get through 1 month. But I was glad that I withdrew some cash out before I went broke to pay for my rent and tuition fees. It was a really hard time for me. I even thought about ending my life because I completely lost interest in everything. 6 months later, I managed to win some money back by gambling during the World Cup period. I bet on South Korea winning the match and also bet on the final score. I could still remember the odds of South Korea winning was 1-8, and the final score of 2-1 odds was 1-70. But I don't encourage people into gambling. It was just a part of my story, because I was so desperate trying to grasp any straws on the river. The reason I'm sharing all these is I don't want any tragedy to happen to people who blindly step into trading and eventually lose everything. Trust me, it happens a lot in real life. So before you want to start trading stocks, here's my advice. Save money first, and make sure you only trade on your available cash. Don't trade using your lunch or dinner or rent money. You need to make sure you have enough cash to cover at least 1 year of your expenses. The rest of the money can be used as trading capital. For example, your yearly salary is $20,000. If your monthly expense is $1,000, which will be $12,000 per year, plus 20% for emergency usage, which gives around $14,400, you can only trade using $5,000 as your capital, which is enough to start. Trading doesn't matter how much money you start. If you don't have the required knowledge, even $5 billion is not enough for you to lose. So the first rule is to trade only using your available cash. The second rule is don't use leverage like I did. You will eventually lose everything. Believe me or not, it's just a matter of time. From the next video onwards, I will be sharing basic knowledge of how to start stock trading. In the meanwhile, I'm working on the application to the next country, because I still have 1 year left on my visa in Thailand, so I'm not in a hurry to leave yet. I will keep you guys updated. Lastly, as I promised, this is my trading record back then. This was my old broker, XTB UK, and this is the amount I lost in total.